Welcome to this summary of Your Money or Your Life by Vicki Robin and Dominguez, a book that has transformed how millions of people think about money. This isn't just another personal finance book. It's a step-by-step guide to changing your relationship with money, so you can stop trading your life for dollars and start living on your own terms. The authors, Dominguez and Vicki Robin, created a 9-step program that helps you track your spending, discover how much your time is really worth, align your money with your values, and eventually achieve financial independence. The core message: money is something you trade your life energy for, so spend it carefully and intentionally. Let's get started. Chapter 1. The Money Trap. This chapter explains what the authors call the money trap. Many of us work hard, spend money, and repeat that cycle for years, yet we never feel like we're getting ahead. No matter how much we earn, we often feel stressed, tired, or broke. We chase success by buying things: cars, clothes, tech, entertainment, but the happiness from those things doesn't last. So we keep spending more, hoping the next purchase will feel better. This endless loop is the money trap. What's worse? We often feel stuck in jobs we don't enjoy, use shopping as a way to relieve stress, and have no idea how much is enough. The problem, the authors say, is that we've been taught to value money over time, when in fact, time is what matters most. Every dollar you earn takes time and energy from your life. The more wisely you use money, the more life you get to enjoy. So, this book helps you escape the trap by thinking differently, spending mindfully, and building a life based on what really matters to you. Chapter 2. Money ain't what it used to be and never was. In Chapter 2, the authors take a step back and ask a simple question: what is money, really? Most people see money as just paper bills, coins, or numbers on a screen, but that's just the surface. At its core, money is something we choose to use to trade for value like food, shelter, security, or entertainment. It's a tool. But over time, we've given money far more meaning than it deserves. The deeper truth: money is life energy. This is the chapter's most important idea. Money is something you trade your life for. You spend hours at work earning money, and it's not just your time, it's your energy, stress, travel, sacrifices, and health. So, every time you spend money, you're spending part of your life. That's why the authors introduce a new mindset. Before you spend, ask yourself, is this worth the time it took me to earn it? The hidden cost of work. The authors also ask you to think about all the real costs of earning a living: commuting time, work clothes, meals out, stress and recovery, and time spent unwinding after a hard day. When you subtract all these from your income, your real hourly wage is usually much lower than what's on your paycheck. Once you realize this, you can start to see your spending in a whole new way. In the next chapter, you'll learn the first step of the 9-step program: tracking every dollar that comes into and goes out of your life. Chapter 3. Where is it all going? Chapter 3 is where the real work begins. This is step 1 of the 9-step program. Track every penny that comes in and goes out of your life. Why? Because you can't change your financial habits until you understand them. The core activity: keep a daily money log. The authors ask you to do one simple but powerful thing: write down every single cent you earn and every cent you spend every day, no exceptions. This means tracking your paycheck or income, every coffee, meal, or online purchase, gas, rent, subscriptions, groceries, even small things like parking meters. Use a notebook, a spreadsheet, or a budgeting app, whatever works best for you. Why this matters? Most people underestimate how much they spend and overestimate how much they save. By tracking every transaction, you'll see your true spending habits clearly, spot wasteful patterns, and feel more in control of your money. It may feel uncomfortable at first, but this simple habit builds massive awareness. Awareness is the first step toward freedom. What to focus on? Don't judge yourself, just observe. Don't try to fix anything yet, just record. Do it daily so nothing slips through the cracks. This isn't about guilt, it's about clarity. When you see the numbers laid out clearly, you'll naturally start making better choices. Once you have a full picture of your money habits, the next step is figuring out how much your time is really worth. Chapter 4. How much are you really trading your life for? This chapter introduces one of the most eye-opening concepts in the entire book, your real hourly wage. Most people think, I make $25 an hour or I earn $4,000 a month. But that's just your gross income. The truth is, what you really earn is much less, because working costs you time, energy, and money. Step 2 of the program, calculate your real hourly wage. To figure this out, the authors ask you to do 2 things. 1. Total up all work-related expenses. This includes commuting costs, gas, transit, tolls, work clothes or uniforms, meals and snacks at work, childcare or pet care while you work, stress-related expenses like alcohol, entertainment, or vacations just to recover, and anything you pay because you have a job. 2. Total up all the time you spend on work. Not just your hours on the clock. Also include commuting time, getting ready for work, and winding down after work. Time spent thinking or worrying about work and work-related errands or events. Now do the math. Take your monthly income and subtract your monthly work costs. Then divide what's left by the total number of hours you spend on work, including commuting, preparation, etc. The result is your real hourly wage. You may be shocked. Many people discover they're actually earning far less than they thought, sometimes as little as $5 to $10 per hour, after all the costs are factored in. The key takeaway: your time is valuable, spend it wisely. Once you know your real hourly wage, you'll think more carefully before spending, and this awareness helps you align your money with your values. Chapter 5. What are you actually spending your life on? Now that you know how much your time is really worth, Chapter 5 helps you look deeper into where your money and your life energy is actually going. This is Step 3 of the program. Track your spending by categories each month. Here's what you do. At the end of each month, look at your daily money log from Chapter 3 and sort all your spending into clear, simple categories. Some common categories: housing, groceries, eating out, transportation, clothes, entertainment, health, education, and subscriptions or memberships. You can choose whatever categories make sense for your life, just be consistent. Next, add up the totals. For each category, total how much you spent during the month. Be honest, no skipping or guessing. This gives you a crystal clear picture of where your money is really going. This isn't about cutting costs, it's about clarity. The goal isn't to feel guilty or restrict yourself, it's to find out what actually brings joy and meaning. You might find you love spending on books or travel, but eating out 5 times a week doesn't feel worth it anymore. When you know where your life energy is going, you can start spending more consciously and less automatically. The key takeaway: review your monthly spending by category. Ask if each category is worth the life energy you spent. Start identifying areas where spending feels wasteful, and areas that feel fulfilling. This exercise builds financial awareness and personal alignment. Chapter 6. The Wall Chart. Chapter 6 introduces a fun and powerful tool to help you track your progress toward financial independence. The Wall Chart. This visual tool helps you see your journey in a way that's clear, motivating, and rewarding. What is the wall chart? The wall chart is a large, simple chart where you can track 2 things: your monthly income, after taxes, and your monthly expenses, how much you're spending. Every month you'll update the chart to reflect how much you earned, how much you spent, and the difference between them. How to set it up. Here's how you create your wall chart. Get a big sheet of paper, or use a large digital spreadsheet. Draw a horizontal line for each month. Mark 2 things on the line: your income on the top half, and your expenses on the bottom half. Why this matters. The wall chart gives you a visual representation of your progress over time. Each month, you'll see if your expenses are going down and your savings are going up. This makes financial independence feel real, not just a distant dream. It also creates a positive feedback loop. As you track your progress, you'll feel proud of your improvements, get motivated to keep going, and see that small changes can make a big difference over time. Monthly check-in. Each month, spend some time reviewing the chart. Did your savings increase? Are your expenses trending down? And what can you do differently next month? This review process will help you stay on track, celebrate small wins, and feel empowered to make smarter choices. The key takeaway: the wall chart is a visual tool to track your monthly income and expenses. It helps you see your progress toward financial independence and stay motivated, and regular check-ins will keep you on track and make your goals feel achievable. Chapter 7: How to calculate your financial independence number. In Chapter 7, the authors guide you through a critical concept for achieving financial independence: calculating your financial independence, FI number. This number represents how much money you need to be truly financially independent, meaning you no longer have to work unless you want to. What is the FI number? Your financial independence number is the amount of money you need to live comfortably for the rest of your life without having to earn a paycheck. It's the amount you would need to cover all your living expenses for food, housing, healthcare, etc., and have enough money to grow and keep up with inflation. How to calculate it? To calculate your FI number, the formula is simple. FI number is equal to your annual expenses multiplied by 25. The number 25 comes from a rule called the 4% rule. It suggests that if you withdraw 4% of your total savings each year, you should be able to live off that money indefinitely. So if you spend $30,000 a year, your FI number would be $30,000 multiplied by 25, which is equal to $750,000. That's the amount you would need saved up to retire early and live on just 4% of it each year. Example. Let's say you calculate your yearly expenses to be $40,000. Using the formula, $40,000 multiplied by 25, which is equal to $1 million. This means you'd need $1 million saved up to support a lifestyle with $40,000 in annual expenses. What does this mean for you? Now that you know your FI number, it gives you a concrete goal to work toward. Every month you can track how close you are to your goal. You can start making smarter financial decisions with your spending, saving, and investing. Most importantly, you'll know when you've reached financial independence and can choose whether to work or not. Chapter 8: How to save more by reducing your expenses. In Chapter 8, the authors take you deeper into one of the most powerful steps in the journey toward financial independence: reducing your expenses. Cutting back doesn't mean living a life of deprivation. It's about spending intentionally and making sure your money goes where it matters most. The mindset shift? First, the authors want you to change your perspective about expenses. Stop thinking of cutting expenses as a sacrifice. Instead, see it as a way to free up more of your life energy for the things that really matter to you. This isn't about eliminating everything you enjoy, it's about making sure you spend on what aligns with your values and gives you real satisfaction. Step 1. Look at your monthly expenses. Using your wall chart from Chapter 6, review the categories you've been tracking. Are there areas where you're spending more than you need to? Are there areas where you're buying things out of habit or convenience but not getting much joy or value in return? Step 2. Focus on the big expenses first. While small savings matter, the biggest changes come from looking at your larger expenses. Housing. Consider downsizing, refinancing, or finding a cheaper place to live. Transportation. Could you get rid of a car, use public transit, or bike more often? Food. Are you eating out too much or buying convenience foods? Could you save by cooking more at home? Step 3. Cut back without sacrificing quality. Reducing your spending doesn't mean living miserably. Instead, focus on quality over quantity. Swap expensive activities for low-cost or free alternatives, for example, hiking instead of gym memberships. Choose experiences that truly bring you joy, for example, spending time with loved ones instead of expensive nights out. Step 4. Automate your savings. Make savings automatic by setting up automatic transfers to a savings or investment account. This reduces the temptation to spend what's left over and helps you grow your savings consistently. Step 5. Reevaluate your values. Once you've made some cuts, ask yourself, did these changes bring more satisfaction? Are you now spending money on things that truly matter to you? When you align your spending with your values, the process of cutting back becomes easier because you're no longer sacrificing what's important to you. The key takeaway: reducing expenses is about being more intentional with your money. Focus on cutting big expenses first: housing, transportation, and food. Save automatically and prioritize what truly brings you happiness. Chapter 9. How to invest for financial independence. In Chapter 9, we dive into one of the most crucial steps toward reaching financial independence: investing your money wisely. Investing isn't about taking risks, it's about making your money work for you, so you can build wealth over time without having to keep working for it. The power of investing. The authors emphasize that saving alone won't get you to financial independence. You need to invest your savings to grow them exponentially. The goal is to earn a return on your investments that outpaces inflation and allows you to accumulate wealth faster than just saving. The 4% Rule revisited. Earlier in the book, we learned that you could live on 4% of your total savings each year, the 4% Rule. To make that work, you need to build up a large enough investment portfolio. This means you need to invest in low-cost, long-term investments like stocks and bonds. How to get started: pay off high-interest debt first. Before investing, the authors suggest eliminating high-interest debt, like credit cards, since the interest you pay on debt is often higher than any return you could earn from investments. Build an emergency fund. Next, set aside an emergency fund that covers 3-6 months of living expenses. This acts as a safety net while you start investing. Choose low-cost index funds. Index funds are one of the best ways to invest because they track the market, provide broad diversification, and have low fees. The authors recommend Vanguard index funds or Fidelity funds, which offer a simple, cost-effective way to invest in a wide range of companies. You can invest in these funds in a tax-advantaged account like a tax-free savings account or retirement account to maximize your returns. Invest regularly, no matter the market conditions. One of the keys to successful investing is to invest consistently, even when the market goes up or down. This is called dollar-cost averaging, which reduces the impact of market volatility on your portfolio. Why long-term investing works? The key to wealth building is time in the market, not timing the market. By investing consistently over time, your investments will compound, meaning your money earns more money. This leads to exponential growth. What to expect over time? The authors remind us that investing is not a get-rich-quick scheme. You might not see big returns in the first few years. But the more time you give your investments, the more powerful the growth. Step 4. Stay the course. Once you start investing, resist the urge to check the market constantly. Market fluctuations are normal. Don't make decisions based on short-term ups and downs. Stay committed to your long-term plan and trust the process. The key takeaway: investing is crucial for building wealth and reaching financial independence. Pay off high-interest debt and build an emergency fund before investing, and use low-cost index funds and invest regularly to take advantage of market growth. Chapter 10. The transformational process of financial independence. In Chapter 10, the authors bring it all together by showing you how to live a life where money no longer controls you, but instead serves your greater purpose. Achieving financial independence isn't just about numbers, it's about transforming your relationship with money and living a life that aligns with your values and vision. The shift in perspective. The journey to financial independence isn't just financial, it's transformational. Here's what the authors want you to understand. Money is a tool, not the goal. Financial independence isn't about having a large bank account, it's about having the freedom to live the life you truly want. When you focus on your values, money becomes a means to an end, not the end itself. Living in alignment with your values. Throughout this book, we've talked about cutting unnecessary expenses and investing wisely. But it's all for a bigger reason: to live a life where your money serves your deeper values. The authors urge you to ask, what truly brings you joy and fulfillment? How do you want to spend your time, energy, and money? Once you've answered these questions, your financial decisions become much clearer. You'll find it easier to Align your spending with your values, choose experiences over things, and direct your money toward what matters most. Time freedom and choices. Financial independence means you're no longer trading time for money. When your savings and investments are working for you, you have the freedom to choose how to spend your time, whether it's working on projects you love, traveling, spending time with loved ones, or pursuing hobbies. It's all about having control over your time and, by extension, your life. Reevaluating the cycle of consumerism. The authors remind us that modern consumer culture encourages us to keep spending and striving for more. But financial independence gives you the freedom to step off the hamster wheel. You don't need the latest gadgets, the trendiest clothes, or a bigger house. You don't need to keep up with others' expectations. True wealth is internal, not external. When you stop chasing the more of consumerism, you can enjoy the simple pleasures of life, and those often bring the most happiness. The bigger picture, making an impact. Finally, the authors encourage you to think about how you can use your financial independence to contribute to the world around you. How can you make a positive impact on your community, your family, or the causes you care about? Financial independence isn't just for you, it can also allow you to help others and leave a legacy. The key takeaway: financial independence isn't just about accumulating money, it's about transforming your relationship with it, align your spending, saving, and investing with your values and life goals. True wealth is having the freedom to live your life on your terms. Conclusion. This journey to financial independence is not just about getting rich, it's about becoming rich in time, experiences, and freedom. By following the steps laid out in this book, you can take control of your life and start living with purpose without the stress of financial worry holding you back. If this video is helpful, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. See you in next video.